What would I do if I saw Yaakov right now? למען אחי ורעי, למען אחי ורעי, הדברה נא, שלומה, למען בית השם אלוקינו, אבקשה טובה, למען בית השם אלוקינו, אבקשה טובה. איי נה 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 נה, איי נה 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 נה, איי נה נה נה, איי נה 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 נה, איי נה נה נה, איי נה נה. יעקב איש יושב אוהלים. איש תם יושב אוהלים. The simple Jew coming to Eretz Yisrael. You know, when he passed away and I saw Yeshiva University, he didn't mention he was a Rav. I forgot, maybe he wasn't a Rav. Because he was a simple guy. When I met Yaakov 42 years ago, 43 years ago, I understood he was a lawyer who had made it in America. And he was an Orthodox Jew. My question is, what do? You know, you've come here, you've given up that? Yes. Because he was asking all kinds of questions and loved to dialogue with Jews and with non-Jews. And he was very good in debates. And then the first conversation, it just came to me. One of the first conversations I ever had with Yaakov was when he quoted Yehuda Halevi in the Kuzari. And in the Kuzari, all the goyim were, he was able to answer any question. Except when the guy asked him, why are you not in Eretz Yisrael? He couldn't answer that question. So his decision to come to Eretz Yisrael and to his dream to live in the old city, hopefully not to be trampled by a horse like happened to Yehuda Levi, was the answer that he gave. There is no reason for me not being Eretz Yisrael. And when you come to Eretz Yisrael, in the period after the Six-Day War, that's also when I met Ruti too, you saw these individuals walking around, Hayinu kecholmim, individuals walking around Eretz Yisrael, searching, looking, asking questions. And how many people were there to answer, to direct people, to just not only give instructions, but to speak from their heart. I used to call it, when my conversations with Yaakov, post-miracle traumatic stress syndrome. That we had a miracle. We didn't quite know how to deal with it. When Yaakov started his center in Yerushalayim, which is so famous and so good, Rohov Chabad Shama, one of the first signs he put up was for everyone to remember the massacre that took place in 1099. How many people remembered it? That was the whole problem. How many people remembered it? Preserving the memory and preserving the future. And finding that lost Jew. How many people in his family understood this? I don't know. But you understand how many children came to him? They may have been 20, 30, 40, but they were his children. Asking direction, asking questions, and not knowing where to go. Remember the days when we didn't have faxes and emails and phones that were cheap? So you couldn't call your family to ask a question. Your family became someone like Yaakov, who you could go into his home or into his little shop there of Torah information and ask questions. Not only the questions perhaps about halakha, but basics of what's going on. And there was another question, the question of the heart. Who's going to love me now that I've come to Eretz Yisrael? Who's going to reach out to me? And that concept, which is so used in so many organizations, of outreach, in certain respects, Yaakov invented the concept in Yerushalayim more than anyone else I know. This was his contribution, his role model to so many people. He would quote Avot Rabbi Natan, Israel's a balagat. You don't know quite where you're going. There's not enough signs. And there was a reason in Avot Rabbi Natan. If there's not enough signs, let's say you come in and ask a question, where you're going, because you're on your way, of course, to Beit HaMikdash, and maybe you need a little comfort, a little something to eat, a little place to stay for a little while. And that was the concept of hospitality, because you're so lost, you come into a place where it can be found. Last night, I decided to do a custom that Yaakov and I talked about, waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning to learn. It's a custom from the Ari, but also from Yaakov. Just to learn and to think. So I decided to push a couple YouTubes and look for a vintage Yaakov Fogelman. And under Bahalotcha, I found vintage Yaakov. And you can find it easy on the YouTube. He was talking about Bahalotcha, and coincidentally, as we're about to have Chanukah, the lights that Aaron is commanded to light. It's not just go light the lights. Bahalotcha. When you light those lights, bring those lights out. Bring the lights of the Jewish people out. Reach out. Light a fire under the Jewish people. Come on, baby, light my fire. The late Jose Feliciano, Zecher Tzadik Lebrach. Understand that, Aaron just could have lit some lights. But how did Yaakov read it? Yaakov read it in a beautiful way, and it was so vintage Yaakov, that lighting lights was to give a power, the power of Torah, the power of thinking, the power of outreach to all kinds of people, to all the people. And he said very clearly, and this Devar Torah I was watching with when my daughter got up to go to the bathroom. What are you doing, Abba? I said, I'm watching my friend Yaakov. Okay. And then it was by 3:30 in the morning, I got what he was trying to say. That too many people, when they light the lights for their family, they want their family to be exactly as you are. No. Be yourself. Carry your own light of Torah. Be strong. Carry Torah in your own way, as opposed to being just like me. And that was the whole point. Torah with derech eretz. He spoke there about his love of Rabbi Riskin, of Rabbi Soloveitchik, of Rav Kook, people who for him are role models. And what was very interesting to me was how he learned from Rav Soloveitchik. He used to give him rides to the airport and rides around Boston, driving him, because he needed that chesed. Many people don't realize that rabbis sometimes need rides to go places. So he was always available, and you can drush and drive at the same time. And that was one of our jokes. To drush and drive, it's okay. And to listen to Rav Soloveitchik with the chokhmas of life, which doctor to go to, which politician to follow, which midah to improve on yourself. And this was Yaakov's way. To walk with someone, in that case with Rav Soloveitchik, was to drive with someone and to walk with them. Torah with derech eretz. And he compared himself, he was thinking of the tzniut of Avraham Avinu. He mentions this in this vintage Yaakov video. What was Avraham Avinu's message when he was buying that ma'ara? Ani ger v'toshav. Ani toshav. I live here. By the way, I'm a ger. I'm new here. I'm new to the neighborhood. And that's how we always have to see ourselves. We're living here. We're also new to the neighborhood. Yaakov had tremendous patience for people. Jews, non-Jews, Shabbos guests, a home that was open. And he had a partner in life who helped him with that, which was so special. That is something that he didn't, maybe he did or did not know, that his role model was used by so many people So many people who appreciated it. Yes, his sheet of the Torah, it came before Torah tidbits, but he did something else. He always would say, yes, Job, was a great in hospitality, but he sat inside his house. Abraham was more important because he was outside of his house on his proverbial bicycle, looking to reach out, looking for the lost Jew. And as we sat together at Shlomo Carlebach's funeral, we were thinking how few people understand the importance to look out there, to see that Jew, to see the Jew walking through the old city, to see the Jew who was exploring. And let's be menachem, that we knew a person like Yaakov, that we can learn from him and apply his ethics and his way of living to the way in which we live our lives. והגוף פועלה חוסה הנשמה לה והגוף פועלה חוסה יהי זכרו ברוך.
There's two levels of God. When someone says they're an atheist, in my opinion, a substitute word could be an idiot. And usually they don't mean it. What is it? When he says, I don't believe in God, what do you mean? You mean that the world is an accident. That there is no mastermind, there is no planner. With the advancement of science every year, that statement becomes increasingly ridiculous. Until we say, Ish ba'ar lo yedav,